Hello, everybody. We are live. It is Friday night. Can you hear me? Can you see me? What's going on? Well, I say I'm a little bit behind, just for a change. So I didn't even do my patented Graham Cracks a Beer open. But I hope we're all well on this fine Friday night. If you can hear and see me, let me know. That'd be good. We're also live on TikTok. We're ticking the talk, and I just didn't ask anybody on YouTube. So YouTube's over here, TikTok's over here. So say hello if you're on either of those platforms. If you're on TikTok and you want to come and join in the fun on YouTube, you can do that, or vice versa. I don't know which one of these is going to be better. So can you hear me and see me on both of those things? People are joining on TikTok. People are joining on YouTube. It's an overwhelming success. I can't believe you didn't let me do this last week. Let's say hello to everybody that's in. We start with Graham Holbrook, 8395. Nice to see Graham. Stuart Laker from a surprisingly pleasant and sunny day in Wolverhampton. It's a bloody cold day in Sheffield. That's all I can say. If you are new here, I am predominantly an aquarium channel, but Friday night's more about hanging out, chilling out, having a bit of a chat. We play some games, so there'll be a quiz in about half an hour, and then in however long the quiz takes, a bit after that, there's a second, more targeted eliminator quiz. No prizes, just for fun, although it is Christmas, so you never know. You might want to hang around and join in. You might get a little rubbish prize. Hello to everybody. Oh, Just Average Dan's like in the Matrix. He's on both platforms. This is weird. I will say the phone is further away than my glasses can read, so I will try my best to keep up with everything. But, you know, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. We have got a plan for the evening. So, as I said, it is going to be a bit of a quiz around about past, a bit of chat about whatever guys want to talk about, what's going on. It's obviously the last live stream before Christmas. So, that might be a clue as to the point of the quiz. There may or may not be some die-hard questions. Who's to say? Who knows? Let's carry on with this. Mona Lee says, good evening, good morning. Lee, too many Lees. Good evening from a very cold Bolton. Yes, it is bloody cold in Sheffield as well, I must admit. BJD, nice to see you. Gasmas in from Sweden. Hi, Gas. How we doing? Average Dan again. Ewan McDonald, good evening. Stuart, all good. You can hear me. Good. That's lucky, because I haven't been talking away for the last 20 minutes with nobody being able to hear anything. Giller's Stinkers says, the first time I've caught you on TikTok, I'm usually a YouTube viewer from Wakefield. I don't know which one to give the thumbs up to. One of those. Thank you. Nice to see you. I am on both, so, you know, you can join me on either. John, good evening. Evening all, says Teresa. John says, you can see and hear me. That's good. Mandy Green, nice to see you. Hear you loud and clear. I've just added the word loud there. You can hear me clearly. Let's go with that. I think I've fixed my lighting situation, so this light here should stay on for the entire live stream. Tested it earlier today and had it on for over 3 hours. That wee light there lighting up my silver play button, that should remain on for the entire live stream. Will it happen? Exciting times. Mona Lee says, hello Gen Z. So everyone from Gen Z, say hello to everyone from millennials and boomers and what am I? I'm neither of those. Am I Gen Alpha? No, that's even younger. I've forgotten what generation I am. Generation X? Gonna have to look that up in a minute. John's in a cold Aberdeen, the Granite City. We need fish emojis on here. We should be able to get fish emojis. I mean, if you join as a member on YouTube, you get extra emojis, you know, extra special ones that other people don't get to enjoy. TikTok people, are you happy with this angle? I was giving you this angle so you can see this tank, where the YouTube people get to see that tank. I don't know if you want to be switched around. Let me know. Skiller Stinker says, I've got 2 new Elinker arriving tomorrow. Can he wait? You lucky bugger. I released a video earlier today talking about my discus tank, and I think I've got 18 or possibly 19 discus in that tank, and every time I look at it from like more than 6 feet away, I'm like, is there any discus in there? Can't see any. Matt Barnett, good evening. Mandy says, are you live next week? So next week will be Boxing Day, won't it? Yeah, probably. I don't have any other plans. Will any of you care? Will you come if I go live this time next week? It'll be even closer to Christmas, so yeah, I think we can do that. BJ, so glad it is the weekend. I feel you. It's like we're in that kind of period where, well, in fact, I've been in this period for a couple of weeks now. When people send me emails, I'm like, it's literally Christmas Eve. Why are you sending me stuff to do? What are you expecting me to do here? This very much sounds like a 2026 problem. As soon as it hit December, I was like, no, none of this. So I'm in that period of it's change freeze at work, so I can't really do anything of any merit. Everyone else is already finished, so I'm just kind of sitting there going. I took a day off this week. I just had nothing to do, so I just thought I'll use up one of my holidays. I had planned to do, as we talked about in previous live streams, I had planned to do a bit of a whistle-stop tour of some fish shops. But my wife crashed her car last week and wrote it off, so she had my car and I had the hire car, so we're still trying to sort that. And we're getting her bathroom finished, so the builders all turned up on the day as well and just kept asking me loads of questions, so I didn't get to do anything on my day off except fart about with builders and a little bit of Christmas shopping, so not all too much. Grinch Lover 10 says hello. Hello, Grinch Lover 10 on TikTok. So I've had a bit of a weird week where I haven't really done much, and the things I have done, I've been quite anti-doing them because it was like, why am I being made to do work in December? This is not normal. Elaine says, I'm still awake, just barely. Better get more coffee. Bandy's in, Zen Ginger. I can't talk, got to run to the store, and yes, Gen X. Oh, so I am Gen X, okay. I'll take that in. What's the new ones then? Gen Z, obviously. Hurry back, Mandy. Baby Jenner, Elder Millennium. Teresa Carroll, how we doing? Apple Gal, how we doing? Stevie P's in the house. How you doing, Stevie? I'm an elder millennial, but not the eldest. Yeah, so I'm 77. So yeah, that definitely makes me, I'm just trying to look it up now. That definitely makes me Gen X, doesn't it? 1977. Yeah, Gen X. Late Gen X. Fair enough. Lauren's in. How you doing, Lauren? Teresa is a member and can do all the. So you're calling for more emojis, right? I get you. I get you. We actually need, I think, like 3 more members, and then we get to release a whole bunch of new emojis. It might be 1 or 2. I can't remember, but it might be a bunch. Who knows? She found them. There they are. That's all the fancy emojis you can use if you're a member. Stevie P, Boxing Day. Yeah, it will be Boxing Day this time. Do you have Boxing Day in America, or is this just a UK thing? So you just call it day after Christmas? I'll be with family. Not sure if I can join. I'll be with family, and maybe that's a reason I will definitely join. My in-law family, so you know. St. Stephen's or Boxing Day is a pub day for a lot over here. No surprises there. I mean, I think it is where I'm from as well, generally. But I am an old fuddy-duddy, curmudgeonly get, and convincing me to get out of my house on any day, regardless of the holiday, very rarely happens. Right, let's see if we can work out how TikTok works. What's happening? This is my old man face. What's happening? I think we've got all of 3 people watching on TikTok. Woo! But I'm glad for you. Thank you for joining us, all you 3. How many have we got on YouTube's? All of 30 on YouTube, so not that many in total anyway. But I'm happy to have you all. Time to prepare the food for the New Year's party. No, New Year's is strictly about alcohol, drinking, and steak pie. I don't know if that's a Scottish tradition or if it's just my tradition. So New Year is assemble and sort out alcohol during the day, cook a steak pie, drink all the alcohol. Done. I'm making pulled wild boar. Nice. 1980 or 81 is the millennial cutoff. I'm 85. Well, according to the AI overview on Google, 1983 is the cutoff. '80 to '83 is the cutoff, it says. There's a bit of an overlap. Sleepyhead emoji all the way. Definitely. What happened there? I saw something about Boxing Day. I've lost it now. Adam's joined us on the TikToks. Apparently I have an unstable connection. I didn't think about that. Can everyone see and hear me still? Okay, is that working? That's a good idea, Stuart. Maybe the TikTok screen needs to be near your YouTube screen so it looks like you're talking to both rather than doing this all night. I have the technology. Oh, I have the technology to push all the buttons and break things. Not there. You can see Brian as well if you're on TikTok. It's a bit laggy on TikTok. Oh, am I on Wi-Fi? What's going on? Well, if you don't like it on TikTok, you can come and join me on YouTube. Maybe that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. There we go. No Boxing Day here. Just another day where you put your mouse on the mouse mover. Really? You don't even get like a bank holiday? You probably don't even get bank holidays. What do you call bank holidays in America? This is my... I'm making a play for, you know, UK-US relations. Let's join up all our holidays and what they're called. The theme of our New Year's party is Asterix and Obelisk, and there's plenty of wild boar running around the middle of the country. What, you're going to actually catch a wild boar and pull it? Oh, I don't know. See, talking about holidays, there's in Scotland, you get an extra day off because we're all alcoholics in Scotland. So we get the 1st of January is New Year's Day, so we get that, and then we get the 2nd as a recovery day, so that's like a little extra one for alcoholic Scotsmen. And ever since I've lived in... What happened there? There was a noise. Ever since I've lived in England, I have campaigned for it to be like a cultural appropriation thing, that if they don't let me have the 2nd of January off as well, that it's basically race discrimination. Sure, it's not, but I've made that case. Unsuccessfully, I might add, every year that I've lived here. But for the last few years, I've just gone to work under protest. As going to work involves me sitting here, I could just as well stream to YouTube as I could do my actual job. So I sit where I would do my actual job, and I huffily don't do any work and go, no, because it's technically a bank holiday for me, so you can know. I found a butcher shop that delivers by courier, so you're not actually going to go and hunt the poor pig. Teresa can hear and see me on TikTok and YouTube. Good. Everyone's abandoning me on YouTube, on TikTok, because there's only 2 of them watching, I think. But we'll try it. Floating holidays, statutory holidays. Yeah. There's Adam. He's joined us on the big platform. I think OBS allows you to dual stream from PC on TikTok. Well, that's a bit too technical for me. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking that I could have TikTok, we could go roving and do the do different tanks and things like that, like we used to do with mobile cam. I don't know if we'll manage it. Juggler, a flying visit tonight because daughter's out in town and I'm her taxi on this Black Eye Friday. Yes, it's Mad Friday, isn't it? God, there's one of my kids is out tonight as well, but they're at a house party. This was my first. Oh, Dad, can you give me a lift to this party, please? He's 15. He's about to turn 16. And then I said, yeah, all right then, but I need to stop at Lidl because we need to get a few things. And then when we were in Lidl, he was like, oh, do you think you could maybe buy some of these beers for me, Dad, so I could take them to the party? I was like, yeah. Fuck off. No chance. Poor bugger. You have to dress up in my clothes and pretend to be 18 like I did when I was your age. No need to use floating holiday hours if nobody's around to ask you anything of you. That's very true. That was for a long time. I used to purposefully not book off like the days in between Christmas and New Year. Everybody else would book them off. I thought, well, if nobody else is here, there's nobody to notice that I'm not doing anything. So for a good, I want to say a good 20 years, I just never booked them off and didn't go to work either, and nobody ever noticed. Kind of the big brain life hack that you all needed. But my company has always been a bit rubbish. A few years ago, I went to Holland for 10 days. Netherlands, sorry everyone. Went to the Netherlands for 10 days for a holiday, and it was only on the day back, on the ferry across, I got an email from somebody saying, oh, I had a meeting booked with you today, and I realised I'd forgotten to book the time off. Nobody had noticed. Went 10 days without anybody noticing. Adam says, I paid my first visit to Glasgow. Went to Glasgow. Adam saw the video. You did indeed. And what did you make of Glasgow, Adam? You get around, don't you? So if you don't know, Adam7 Fish Tanks is another popular YouTube channel, and he does a lot of fish store tours and things like that. So go and check out his channels. I've been threatening to do a fish shop tour for months now, and I haven't actually done one. But you're all over the place. In Sweden, we have Christmas Eve, the 24th. Yep, it's a Christmas Eve's the 24th for everybody. The Christmas Day and the second day Christmas. So the Boxing Day. I thought on TikTok, what's all this 24-hour 9th stuff about? I'm missing something, aren't I? I thought on TikTok you had to do funny dances. Nobody wants to see that. I don't know. Can we do polls on TikTok, see if anybody wants me to see a funny dance? All my dances are funny because I can't dance. No ID back then, I know, it was great. I've looked like this since I was 12. I had no problem getting alcohol. I was the most popular kid in school in the world because I looked 25 when I was 12. I sent him to the party with some monk beer. No, I did offer to buy him beer and put some in the trolley, but he cottoned on that I'd got alcohol-free beer. So I don't know if that would have got him beat up if he'd turned up at the party like, oh, look guys, I've got a crate of beer. And they were all like, oh, you twat. What do these kids see in alcohol? I know. Wait, my actually of age child, not interested. I think it's quite common these days that kids just aren't into it. Energy drink, yeah, I think energy drinks is a new beer. The energy drinks are worse. I mean, objectively, I think they probably could be. Freshwater ichthyology, how are we doing? Are you ready for the quiz with all the die-hard questions? I hope you've had a year to study up. Rebecca, come on. We will be starting the quiz. So if you're watching on TikTok, you might want to jump onto YouTube to see the quiz because I don't know how to stream that to TikTok. So if you want to play the quiz, you've got about 10 minutes to go over to YouTube. While I find it, let me copy the link and stick that in there. So those of you that want to play the quiz, it might be slightly festive themed this evening. That's all I can say. We call Christmas Eve Tibbs Eve here in Newfoundland. The last day Dad can get drunk before Christmas Day. Not seen Die Hard. What have you been doing? You've had a whole year. You've sat through enough questions to know the plot intricacies of the entire Daihat series by now. You may as well just watch the film. Some of the live streams of just fish tanks do really well on TikTok. You could set up a constant live stream and get gifts from people. You could just give it a go, kind of. Yeah, I've done that on YouTube a few times, like the whole vertical live stream when they were pushing that. I set it up in front of the puffer tank or set it up in front of the monster tank or Brian. And they did do okay. So yeah, maybe I just thought I seem to get... I'm obviously bigger on YouTube than any of the other platforms, but I seem to get a few people turn up on TikTok every now and again. And I really wish I'd put more effort into TikTok and Instagram when I was first doing this, because I'm miles behind on those platforms. So I thought I'll try and join them up a little bit and see if we get anything. But I do think maybe I'm just too old. I do think TikTok's more of a I've never watched a live stream on TikTok, so I don't know. I've joined a couple just to see what was going on, and like you say, it's usually somebody sitting vaping in front of a fish tank, and I'm like, is this it? Okay, not for me. Next. So maybe it's just not the right platform, and I've already found my platform in YouTube. But let me know. God, look at Dan. He's sharing the quiz link in TikTok. Thank you. Although I think you might be the only person watching, because I'm slagging off TikTok. They've all buggered off. We call December 23rd Tibsies. Ah, right. Yes, I was going to say the 24th being the last chance to drink before Christmas. It's no hardship, really. It's like, oh, I've got absolutely plastered. Oh, wake up the next day. It's Christmas. Mission accomplished. I have seen some old movies. Okay, fair enough. I've seen live streams on YouTube of bird feeders and fox cams, except, yeah, I think they do quite well. So I'll try all these things. As I say, I'm just trying to expand my repertoire. I post a video on TikTok and it keeps asking me to pay for views. Is this the boosted thing? Yeah. I fell foul of that when I tried to do it on YouTube, so I'm not wasting any more money on it. Avoiding hearing Last Christmas by the Whamageddon. Yes, that's a popular game around the world. Is old Whamageddon. Got 10 of you in for the quiz so far. The beer we have started with tonight is a Belgian wheat beer called Fien. It's not very nice. I don't like that one. This is one of the Beer 24 leftovers. Nah, not happy. Someone with a very small name, what's that say? Andrew, none of your business, 5204. How's the Fahaka Puffer doing? He is how I found you, trying to research them. Mine is now about 6 inches long and doing well. Yeah, so far so good. I've got him in that big tank. He went through a period of just being a bit grumpy, and I ended up worming him as a last resort. Not as a last resort, but I tried a load of things and it didn't seem to make any difference. He wasn't like getting skinny, he wasn't losing weight. He was just a bit lethargic and wasn't doing much. So then on a whim, I tried to worm him for parasites because of what they eat. And obviously I didn't get him I didn't breed him, so I don't know where he's come from originally. And that has made a difference, I have to admit. He's got a lot more about him. So today he was following my finger as I was dragging an earthworm around the tank. So yeah, he's really good. He's not the biggest. So the last Fahaka Puffer I had grew a lot faster. He's a lot more slow and steady, but he is growing. I mean, mine's probably only about 6 inches, if that. It seems okay. He seems a lot more chill as well because he's actually got a tank mate, which I didn't think Fahaka Puffers could do, because I tried it before and he just attacked everything that I put in the tank. But I wanted to clear up some duckweed, and the best way I found to clear up duckweed is put a goldfish in, because they'll just eat it easily, quickly. So I stuck 3 goldfish in and they cleared it out and I just left them in there and he's been fine with them the whole time. Love a bit of Wham. Do you know what? I've been trying to get in the Christmas spirit this week. So we've had lots of Christmas songs on my various dad's taxi duties. We've been lots of Christmas shopping, lots of Christmas stuff. I found myself wandering through Sainsbury's where Last Christmas was playing on the tannoy thing. And I was going, and then another guy came the other way and he was doing exactly the same thing. And we were like, both looked at each other like, shit, I'm caught. And we were like, oh no. And then we went round the next aisle and met up again, both Last Christmas and cake. I was like, what is wrong with me? I found the holiday spirit. Last week I was so miserable. Now I'm all spirited up. I try to avoid as much as Christmas. Bah, humbug. Come on, Graham, get in with this Christmas spirit. You're not going to enjoy the quiz, Graham. Let me just put that out there now. Graham's next viral TikTok is someone sniffing that. Mine's 6 inches long and doing well. I mean, it's a grower. What can you say? It does a job of eating snails. Puffers are probably littered. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it took me so long to think of that, because, yeah, given what they eat, there's a high probability your puffer is going to get some parasites at some point. Sorry, mine's only 6 inches, if that. It's not the size that counts. So I'm told. I'm home. Thank the baby cheesies. Shopping at Christmas time is a real beast. That was a very quick shopping trip. That was like under 30 minutes. Hearing the same 10, hearing the same 10 songs on repeat in retail makes me cry. I can only imagine. Yeah, is it Asda that you work at? Yeah. As a shopper, I've generally despised that. But this year, I'm kind of buying into it and just going, yeah, I'm getting into the spirit, whether it's Aldi or Sainsbury's or whatever it is. But for the people that work there, poor buggers. That's all I can say. Pardon me. Right, it's almost past. Let's share this quiz one more time. If you want to, and if you're one of the 3 people on TikTok, you want to play the quiz, come along. Well, 3 people. Why does it say 15? I don't know what I'm looking at. Why does it say 5,000 as well? There are 5,000 people on TikTok. That can't be right. Who knows? There are various numbers on my screen. One of them says 5,000, one of them says 15, one of them says 2. I don't know. So, if you want to join the quiz, whatever platform you're on, it's starting soon. There are only 15 of you in so far. Come on, let's get up a bit. I even monitor my puffer at home because I feed live snails. Well, that's what I meant by that. I don't know where he came from, and I feed snails to my puffer, and I get snails from all kinds of places because I can't get enough to maintain a population to feed my puffer. Even though I've got snails in every tank, I always have to buy more. So something will have got in there, so that's why. I just bought my daughter the soundtrack of the movie Last Christmas, as she loves that song. Ah, there you go. Right, so let's see if I can catch up. I won't blow you up with a bunch of questions. Feel free, I shall come back to them. But do you see anything wrong with feeding shell-on shrimp? Oh, it's easy for you to say. Shell-on shrimp as... shell-on... It's because you spelt it wrong. You spelt shell-on shrimp. That's throwing me. Do you see anything wrong with feeding shell-on shrimp? That as their main staple. I have giant Daniels in with them. He doesn't mind, or both, but yeah, I dewormed. Maybe. So, I was going to say it's a hotly debated topic, but it's not that hotly debated. So you have to be careful about with things like shrimp. And again, some people call shrimp prawns and prawns shrimp, and the two are mixed, but it's the thiaminase issue or the thiamine issue. Too much. So anything as a staple with puffers, I'm always a bit wary about. It's the same with lots of fish. So like with big fish, for instance, a lot of people will just feed mussel meat as the general staple, but again, that can cause problems when it's the only thing or the main thing that you're feeding. It can cause the thiamine deficiency or thiaminase. I can never remember which way around it is. Thiamine and thiaminase, one's good, one's bad, or you need one, but scientist Rebecca, help me out here. To the point with mussels, if you cook the food, so if you're using cooked shrimp or cooked mussels or cooked whatever, that reduces the problem one, whichever it is, but also cooking it reduces the nutritional value as well. So there's a bit of a play up here to find the best balance if you can. So with things like that, I try and avoid anything that's thiaminase heavy or thiamine heavy. Try and avoid that being the main part of the diet if I can get away with it. Let's see if Rebecca has answered my question. Thiaminase is the enzyme that breaks down thiamine. There you go. So the thiaminase is good because it breaks down the thiamine. So that'll be right. Don't come to me for scientific advice. Rebecca's channel, the Freshwater Ichthyologist. That's where you go. 5:30 in the morning and Christmas music's playing. Oh my God, that's awful. Oh, it's 5k likes on TikTok. That's what the 5k number is. 4,500 of which are from Dan. Thank you very much anyway. Right. I think I've joined the quiz, says Ewan. Well, 20 of you have, so are we ready to go? For those of you who like to scan the scanny thing, we will change the screen to that screen. As I will quickly cover off. It was a Michael's at Walgreens, not like the mall. Ah, that's why you didn't take 4 hours. I mean, feeding live snails at home may lead to parasites. Yes, that's what my thought is as well, that something's going to get in there. Hint for the gamble question. Complete this festive phrase. Yippee-ki-yay! Kimo-sabi. No. Right, are we ready, folks? I think we're ready. If you do have any questions, you know, we can have a more Q&A after the quiz. But it's time for a break and a bit of fun. Remember, if you're a member, you get extra points. You just have to ask for them by doing !75 and you get extra points. Pay to win all the way here. Question number 1. Which of these films by... Make? Prizes! Somebody wants the points already. Which of these films by Rob Reiner is based on the coming-of-age novella by author Stephen King? So this is your current affairs question, because Rob Reiner died this week. Was it The Story of Us, Stand By Me, The Magic of Belle Isle, or The Sure Thing? What do points make? Prizes! Stevie P wants his member points as well, so that's Dan and Stevie P wanting their points. Let me add them in now while I show you live answers. What do points make? Prizes! And the correct answer, of course, was indeed Stand By Me, which has done this to the scores. But we had, in order, Just
what the points make?
Dan
Prizes!
wants 75 points. Stevie P wants 75 points.
What the points make? Prizes!
Oh, and I'll also give you 1,000 points there. Shall I just give everyone the points at the start?
What the points make? Prizes!
Shut up, me. Lauren wants, I saw there. Who else? Zany. Lauren Applegal. Zany, Lauren Applegal. Zany. Got 2 points. I can add that together without thinking. Lauren and Applegal. Applegal. There we are. 67 plus 75 is 142. Is that everyone? Applegal, Zenny, Mona Lee. Missed Mona Lee. I think that's everyone. Right. Yes, you're quite right. I should just ask up front.
What the points make? Prizes!
Ewan wants prizes. Are you a member, Ewan? Are you trying to pull one over me? I'm going to give it to you in the next one if you can confirm you are in fact a member. I haven't checked. And we'll go on to question number 2. At what band's 2025 concert in Boston, Massachusetts, did this viral kiss cam moment take place? Uh-oh. Oh, no, we're okay. I thought I'd pressed the wrong button. Ewan has a member badge, right? Ewan, I'm sorry for doubting you. Oh, yeah, good point. I could just look at the member badges. That's clever. I wonder about me sometimes. Am I just like super thick? Right, which band was this? Was it U2, Oasis, Maroon 5, or Coldplay? You mostly thought it was Coldplay. It was Coldplay. Of course it was. Let's give Ewan his points. Do you know, previous to this, I had written a script that would use YouTube's API to go into my YouTube studio, extract a list of my members, then go on to the quiz software, extract a list of the players, see if it could find a match, which it never could because you all use different names. And then it would tell me which ones are members. But I could have just looked and seen the member badge. Question number 3. What film featuring cantankerous protagonist Frank Cross serves as a modern-day retelling of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol? Is it Christmas with the Cranks, Miracle on 34th Street, Surviving Christmas, or Scrooged? What do we think? If you're just joining us on TikTok and don't know what the hell's going on, we're having a bit of a quiz over here on YouTube. Come join us there. What film do you think that was? 13 of you think it's Scrooged. 13 of you are correct. It is indeed. Which puts Mona Lee in top spot. 18 ahead of Stevie P, who is 49 ahead of Sergeant Al Powell. Question number 4. Hans Gruber intended to steal $640 million worth of what that was locked in the Nakatomi Building's vault? Was it bearer bonds, gold bars, foreign cash, or rare art? That is not nice, but I will persevere. This is a die-hard question for Rebecca. For those that don't know. Oh my God! I know I shouldn't insult my idiots. I know I shouldn't insult my audience, but come on. What are you thinking? It was bearer bonds. Gold bars. Yep. Juggler got it. Stevie P missed it. Mona Lee missed it. Applegal got it. Sergeant Al Powell missed it. You're in the film and you missed it. Be nice to your idiots. I know. Freudian slip or what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, audience. I don't think you're idiots. But Rebecca got it. Even Rebecca got it. Did the mysterious Error 404 get it? Are they even playing? They are playing and they did not get it. Question number 5. What British dessert is mentioned several times in the latter verses of We Wish You a Merry Christmas, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, We Wish You a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we... etc. Is it a figgy pudding, a spotted dick, an eaten mess, or a spotted sick, an eaten mess, or a toffee pudding? We wish you a toffee pudding, we wish you a toffee pudding. And a Happy New Year. What do we think? Yes, Mandy. So, bring us some figgy pudding. Indeed. When We Wish You a Merry Christmas was written sometime in the late 1800s, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year were common holiday greetings explaining the earlier lyrics, the latter verses featuring asking for figgy pudding and threatening not to leave without it is meant to mimic children. There we go. Obviously. Stevie P back up top with that one. Applegal and Juggler making up your top 3. Question 6. What well-known Christmas song plays at the end of the 1988 holiday classic Die Hard? Heard of that one? Is it Let It Snow? Is it Silent Night? Is it Deck the Halls? Or is it Joy to the World? What well-known Christmas song plays at the end of Die Hard? Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Dum-de-dum, delightful. Ooh. 50-50, or 40-40 rather, with Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, and Silent Night. It's Let It Snow. Whether you think Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not, otherwise whether you are correct or wrong, it makes a case for itself by including Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow over the end credits, as well as all the other Christmas references. Question number... You see Macaulay Sykes? Macaulay Culkin. Oh no, don't do this. Might be forced with an automatic reboot. Has weighed in on the Die Hard being a Christmas movie or not, and claimed it isn't because it could be set at any other time and it would still make sense, whereas Home Alone couldn't be set at any other time because it wouldn't make sense. In what world? Do people not go on holiday any other time than Christmas? BJD making an appearance in the top 3. Question number 7. What famous race car driver was a producer and principal consultant on 2025's F1 movie? Was that Oscar Piastri, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, or Lando Norris? The last couple of quizzes have made me feel extra stupid. I was on a roll for a couple of months, now the dumbs seem to have taken over. Oh dear. You'll come good again, don't worry. Sports wheel question. I didn't include a ball, and it's technically a film, so I'm trying to give you as many options as possible here. So, who was it that was a producer and consultant on the F1 film? You think it was Lewis Hamilton? It was, in fact, Lewis Hamilton. Well done. Oh no, now I've got hiccups. Oh, me. Question number 8, while I get a refreshment. Which of these is not one of the Hans Gruber's terrorist henchmen's names? Theo, Karl, Heinrich, or Dolph? Which of these is not the name of one of Hans Gruber's terrorist henchmen? You think it might be Dolph? Possibly Theo. It's Dolph, of course it is. Karl is the one of the main ones. Theo is the tech-savvy member that cracks the safe. And Heinrich is the one who carries the bomb detonators. Oh, that's much nicer. Question 9. In order to celebrate the holiday during the winter, Christmas is observed on July 25th in Australia. Is that true or false? Or as it says there, false or true? When do they celebrate Christmas in Australia, mate? That just sounds like someone with a speech impediment. Australia. No. Australia. No. Throw another shrimp on the barbie. No. I can't do it. I've lost the ability. In order to celebrate the holiday... No. No. Just no. Most of you think that that is indeed false. Because that is indeed false. Of course they celebrate it at Christmas and Christmas. Although they experience winter in July, during to the southern hemisphere location, Christmas is still celebrated on December 25th. Sergeant Pell is 1 for 3 on the Die Hard questions. Maybe give him 75. Fair enough. You can get this before the gambling question. I will accept that non-standard request for extra points. There you go. Sergeant Powell's back up in second. Graham getting cancelled by all of Australia live. That's fine. They'll be asleep right now. Unless you're watching the replay, obviously, where I was clearly kidding. Question 10. This is your gambling question for any of you who are new here. You don't have to gamble your points, but if you don't and you get that right, you get no points back. So, strategy time. Are you going to bet big, small, or somewhere in the middle? You can bet any number of points you want. Here comes your cryptic clue as to what question 10 might be about. Christmas and geography. I'm truly spoiling you. Get your wagers in. No one is watching on TikTok. I think we're going to knock TikTok on the head, shall we? Because it's kind of in my way and I can't see anything there either. Although it says I got 106 viewers and earned 5 cents. In which European country were candy canes believed to have been invented in 1670 to help keep children quiet during church services? Was that France, Germany, Poland, or Amsterdam? Oh, I said I was going to stop doing the accents. Who invented candy canes? You think it might have been Germany? It was Germany. Well done, most people. Jugglers in first place, Sergeant Powell in second place, and Ewan takes up third place. The big losers being BJD. I've lost the rest of them, so I feel bad for calling you out individually now. But there were others who lost some points there. It'll come round again. Second. The big losers, as well as BJD, being John, Ed, Elaine, John, all the Johns basically. John's was not a good name to do well with. But never mind, onwards and upwards. Question 11. A key component of the ancient Yuletide tradition of wassailing. What is a wassail? What is wassail? If you want to go wassailing, you need to bring some wassail. What is it? Is it a sleigh, a decoration, a drink, or a song? Man says, I feel only two of those could have been right, and I don't remember anything Christmas being French, but lots of German ones. Did you get a geography question right then? Technically it was geography, I guess. Oh, we don't know what a wassail is. Some people were thrown by the picture thinking that log was a sleigh, but it was not. It is a drink. The word wassail, a type of hot drink made from mulled cider or ale mixed with spices, come from the Old English term meaning be in good health. Right, let me move this out way. Question number 12. What actress stars opposite Billy Crystal in the classic 1989 Rob Reiner rom-com When Harry Met Sally? Is it Michelle Pfeiffer, Sandra Bullock, Julia Roberts, or Meg Ryan? Is it Mick Helly Pfeiffer, Sandra Bullock, Julia Roberts, or Meg Ryan? I did get one right. I am proud. Well done. Next week, exclusively GeoGuessr questions. What do we think? Ooh. 13 of you got the right answer. It was, of course, Meg Ryan. I almost drank that backwards. That would have not gone well. Question number 13. In what language does Merry Christmas translate to Feliz Navidad? Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Is it German, Italian, Spanish, or French? Is there a Smashinator tonight? There is a Christmas themed one tonight. An Impossible-inator. What language does Merry Christmas translate to Feliz Navidad? You mostly think it's Spanish because it's Spanish. Well done. Clever, clever people. It's not Answer Smash. We'll save that for Boxing Day maybe. Do another Answer Smash beauty. Give everybody time to calm down. I might call it the Smashinator though, I like that. Question 14. Boots and Cats has joined us as well. Nice to see you. Question 14. What European language gives us the word Noel, meaning Christmas? Is that Portuguese, German, Dutch, or French? Portuguese, German, Dutch, or French? I will remind you, Mandy, of your previous question. I don't remember anything about Christmas traditions being French. Well, you threw off 8 people who thought it might be Dutch or German, but it is indeed French. So, you got up to 7th in that. I know. Sorry. I really must be nicer to my audience and not laugh at them. Moving swiftly on. Question 15. One of wrestling's biggest and most recognisable stars, John Cena, fought the final bout of his 24-year career. Which superstar did he face in his last fight? That's a lot of words, I know. I'm sorry. Was it Giant Haystacks, CM Punk, Gunther, or Hulk Hogan? I'll give you a clue. One of them's dead, so it wasn't them. In fact, 2 of them are dead. Who did John Cena fight in his last wrestling fight? This is one of your current affairs questions, because this was only the other day. 3 people went for Giant Haystack. 4 people went for Hulk Hogan. They could not be deader. Is Giant Haystacks dead? I'm going to have to ask that. Nope. Giant Haystacks is dead. Brown breed. The correct answer is, in fact, Gunther. I had never even heard of Gunther, I must admit. Juggler, Sergeant Al Powell, and Stevie P all knew that one, though. Haystacks has been dead for 70 years. Apparently, he's been dead since 1998, so not that long. What about Big Daddy? He was the other one I was going to use. 1997. God, they only died a year apart from each other. That's a weird coincidence. So, if you're my age and from the UK, this is what wrestling was before WWF or WWE or whatever it was. It was these 2 big fat codgers smashing into each other on a Saturday morning. There you go. Oh, we assumed this event. No, this was the other day. I think it was like Sunday night or something like that. Was his last ever match. I thought he had retired years ago because he's been in loads of films, such as The Suicide Squad and Sisters. He's even done 2 series of Peacemaker as well, but it's just like him. That's it. But anyway, I digress. Question number 16. What was the UK's most watched TV programme last Christmas? Was it Gavin and Stacey, Strictly Come Dancing, King Charles's Christmas Speech, or the Christmas Bake Off? What was the UK's most watched TV programme last Christmas? Sorry, Americans. The image is Gavin and Stacey, if that helps. What was the most watched TV program? Oh, most of you going for Gavin and Stacey, but it's kind of even with the other ones. It was, in fact, Gavin and Stacey. What the flippity flop is Gavin and Stacey? It is a comedy drama. Is that what you would call it? Comedy show. It's got James Corden in it. Despite that, still seems to be quite popular. I think because he's not the main character mostly. But he writes it with one of the other characters. And it's about, not a fact, no. It's about to summarise the plot of 10 seasons worth of Gavin and Stacey. But it's like a funny thing where boy meets girl, they live in different places, long distance relationship, they all move over and they have hilarious family and relatives. And chaos ensues. So that means Juggler got that one, Ewan got that one, Mona Lee, Lauren, Mysterious Error 404 got that one, so maybe Mysterious Error 404 is British. Or lucky. I wonder if I could design a quiz that can help me hone in on the Mysterious Error 404 and who they are, by what questions they get right and wrong. I'll have to ponder that. Is that the Carpool Karaoke? Yes, it is the Carpool Karaoke guy. It was actually quite good. I watched it last year. I have not really watched Gavin and Stacey. I've kind of been. It's been on when I've been around. I've maybe seen a dozen episodes, but I did watch it last Christmas. It was quite good. I enjoyed it, despite James Corden. UK rigged a little bit. Sorry. Wait to see how rigged the Eliminator is for UK. Although it's not that bad. Question 17. Who won? UK rigged. Who won the BBC Sports Personality of the Year this week? Last night, in fact. Was it Rory McIlroy, Chloe Kelly, Lando Norris, or Luke Littler? This was on when I went to the pub last night to a pub quiz where we won £147 by winning the pub quiz. Toot toot. Well happy. Who won the Sports Personality of the Year this week? Is it Rory, Chloe, Lando, or Luke? 13 of you thought it was Rory. 5 for Luke, because Luke's on the screen. It was Rory McIlroy. Top 3 all getting that one fairly quickly. Mona Lee, Stevie P and Applegal guessing well. I say guessing well. Maybe Stevie P was glued to the BBC website in the middle of the night. Question number 18. What is the 2-word subtitle of the second film in the Wicked series that premiered in 2025? Is it Wicked for Destiny, Wicked for Eternity, Wicked for Good, or Wicked for Oz? This is a teaser of next week's quiz, which will be all about 2025 to round off the year. What is the 2-word subtitle in the second Wicked film? Did Rory win for his appearance in Happy Gilmore? No, he won for completing the Grand Slam of golf, which is winning all 4 majors in your lifetime, and for sticking it up the Americans at the Ryder Cup. Sorry, Americans, but you deserved it. Not just UK bias, but also too much TV and movie pop culture. Oh, sorry, Adam. Sorry. Next year, that's not that far away. It's like 2 weeks. Next week will be less It'll be a big fat, yeah, exactly, as Morley says, a big fat quiz of 2025, indeed. Might even be surprises, you never know. But what was Wicked called? Most of you thought it was Wicked for Good. It was indeed Wicked for Good. Well done, all. You can see where Adam moans every time he gets a question wrong when it's about a film or a music question. Penultimate question. What two words are used to describe the Holy Infant in Silent Night? Is it woolly, styled, slender, tired, proper, bald, tender, mild? If it was proper bald, I'd be okay with that. What two words are used to describe the Holy Infant in Silent Night? You thought it was tender and mild. Oh, sorry, press the wrong buttons again. You thought it was tender and mild, and it was. Don't know why I had to press quite so many buttons to prove that that was in fact the case, but it was. So Juggler, despite claiming to not going to be here for a while, has rocketed into the lead. A potentially unassailable lead, unless he bets it all on the last question and gets it wrong, but you never know, stranger things have happened. This is your final question. It is another gambling question. You are about to get a cryptic clue. Remember, if you don't bet any points, you can't lose any points, but equally, you can't gain any points. So, what is your strategy? All in or not? Here comes your cryptic clue. All I want for Christmas is you. That happened 2 weeks ago. As of this year, 2025, how old is Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You? Is it 21 years old, 11 years old, 31 years old, or 41 years old? All I want for Christmas is you. Can't believe I've not got a record deal yet. How old is Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You? Live results. 5 of you think that's 21 years old. Nobody thinks it's 11 years old. 15 of you think it's 31 years old. And 1 person thinks it's 41. The correct answer is, of course, 31 years old. What has that done? Let's finish the trivia game and see who the winners are. Urine is in 3rd place. In 2nd place, we've got Sergeant Al Powell. And your winner tonight is, of course, Juggler! Whoop, whoop, whoop. 3,673 points. A convincing win for Juggler tonight. 600 points clear of 2nd place. It's close for 2nd and 3rd though. Well done, everyone who played. That was indeed
astounding, unimaginable, insane, impressive,
and
excellent,
not forgetting
exciting.
I found my buttons to make the man say the things again. Congratulations, everybody. 41 didn't have TV. When do you think TV was invented? How old do you think we are? I'm 40 something. 7? 8? 6? Late 40s, let's go with. And TV was invented when I was born. Rebecca, do you think there wasn't TV in 1984? Exactly. The choices were 28, 20. I didn't want to be too mean. That's the whole point, is I want to keep the gambling questions. Some of them are going to be really hard and catch people who think they've been overstretching, and some of them will be really easy and catch people who've been too cautious. But well done, everybody. It's now time for you to talk amongst yourselves while I scratch my foot, first of all, and do a bit of live spreadsheeting. So I have to go over here and export the player rankings, which may take a few seconds. Open the player rankings. Itchy foot. Then I need to, what do I need to do? I need to find the quiz spreadsheet, which is here. Put the quiz spreadsheet here, take this one here, delete that, copy those, minimize that. We are on week 3, put that there, which means in December, still, despite the levels of dumbness she's claiming, Zenny McGinger is still in first place. Juggler in second place with 7,000 points. Error 404. Strabo, mysterious Error 404. Stevie P in 5th. Lauren in 6th. Moner Lee in 7th. Just Average Dan in 8th. John in 9th. And Sergeant Al Powell moaning about all the pop culture quiz questions, still making it into the top 10. So we know what to do if Adam starts winning too many quizzes, is just put in more movie questions. But congratulations all, there's one more week of December quizzing to go, and maybe we'll give away a wee prize for this one. I won't promise too much, but maybe for the winner next week, as well as the monthly winner, they might get an Aquarium Adventures pen. Don't know what you might get. 11th for my first time, Canny Grumble. No, hey, people have been all over the place. We've had winners who can't get into the top 10 ever again. We've had people who are always in the top 10 who win every now and again. I mean, the level and accuracy of some of my questions might be something to do with that, but you never know. Look at the point spreads for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. What of the thing? 3082, 3070, 306. Wow, you're very close. That's just the timing of your fingers. It's just how fast your fingers are. That sounds dirty. I did not mean it to sound dirty. Right, okay. Let's save that before I do a monumental cock up on that again. Rebecca says, like colour TV and night. No, I mean, I wasn't born in black and white times. TV's been around a long time. I've been pinged to get on my bike to go, so good luck, guys. Hope you all have a fantastic holidays. Thank you for joining and winning the quiz, Juggler. See you next week or next year if you're not available next week. I know lots of people will be doing lots of family things. I mean, I'm saying I'm going to be here next week. I don't know. My wife might tell me we're doing something else and I'm not allowed. That could be a thing. I meant proper nice TV, not just some small box like Doctor Who. But still. Right, when was colour TV invented? Colour TV was invented in 1928, but only became more practical in 1940. This doesn't seem right. Colour TV came to the UK in 1967 during the Wimbledon tennis chat. Oh, that could have been a quiz question. So, In the 60s, we had colour TV with stuff. I'm 47. Are you older or younger? I just remember we're close. I think I might be 48. Why? I always struggle with this. I'm 77, so yeah, I must be 48. Because next year I'll be 49 when it's 26. And then I'll be 50 when it's 27. Making the top 10 without die-hard knowledge basically means we're geniuses. That's what I'm telling myself. Well, there was only 3 die-hard questions. Maybe 4 at a push. But still, well done, everybody. I was a bit film heavy. I'm sorry, Adam. Just thinking about Stand By Me was in there as well. That's one of my favourite films. I did really well in the first week because not everybody was here, and then the last 2 weeks I've killed my substantial lead. That just makes the last one more interesting then, doesn't it? So you have to turn up for the last one or you will be overtaken by the mysterious 404 possibly. Are we all staying up to see Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua? Is that tonight? I thought it was next weekend. Of course it is. It's tonight. Is it like at 1 o'clock, isn't it? I might. I'd love to see him get knocked the fuck out. Did you see one of the press conference things? They asked Jake Paul, "Do you really think you've got a chance of winning?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, definitely." And he's like, "Okay, then if you're going to win, what round are you going to win in?" And he went, 6-7. And then he came straight to Anthony Joshua, and his face was just like that. If I wasn't going to beat him before, I am now. I thought that was hilarious. He's just like, "Oh, I'm going to kill you." Oh. I might. Because it's on Netflix, isn't it? I saw bits of it when I was a kid, and I remember what is wrong with you people? It's like a Christmas tradition. Just watch it. It's like 2 hours of your life, if that. I think it might not even be that long. Hang on. How long is Die Hard? You get 2 hours and 12 minutes. Can't find 2 hours and 12 minutes. Well, when you're wrapping presents, that's I'm assigning you all a task. Next week's Eliminator will be exclusively Die Hard questions. And you've got a week to find 2 hours and 12 minutes to watch the film. Have it on in the background, just while you're wrapping your presents or whatever it is that you're doing. You're cooking your wassail punch or whatever it is. Stick it on, yippee-ki-yay, kimo-sabi and all that. And then you'll have a chance. BJD, 12th Doctor, it's been fun again. I'm off to bed. Thank you for joining us. Happy holidays. Happy holidays yourself. Definitely not. It is. Any books you would recommend or Christmas? Where would I be without you, Gasmas? If you have not got all your Christmas presents sorted, I know of a website named after a river in South America that will deliver this tomorrow. Fishkeeper's Mindset by a certain person. Why is my face in the way? Graham Kerr, that's me. Or you can buy it on my website and I will sign it and post it to you. I will write a special message on that page there. Or maybe you want it at the end, I don't know. Although, if you're going to buy it from me, get your order in quick so as I can make sure I get it in the post, because I think we might have missed the second class post, so I'll have to send it first class, first thing Monday to make sure you get it in time for Christmas. Or you get it on Amazon, get it on Prime, that will come the next day. Sale number 1. Hang on, I've got another one. Just do a bit of quick shilling before we get on with the next quiz. No, wrong. No, stop. No. There we go. Little face. If we go on to my website, merch, You can, I believe, in the UK, still get this in time for Christmas if you order Monday at the latest. Your Fishmas jumper with Merry Fishmas. Unfortunately, mine hasn't come yet, so mine's coming tomorrow. I've had a notification that it shall arrive tomorrow. But if you want a new Christmas jumper for Christmas Day, you can get your Fishmas jumper from aquariumadventures.co.uk. If you don't, if you're not in the, I was going to say if you're not in Belgium. I don't know why Belgium. If you're not in the UK, you can get it on my Etsy store. I can't remember what the link to that is, so you'll just have to. It might be like Aquarium Adventures. Who knows? Oh, let's just find it, shall we? Christmas jumper. How do we share things? View on Etsy. That's what we want. There you go. You can get it in green. You can get it in black. Don't say there's no variety. Best of luck. I know for a fact if you want a 3XL and you order the 3XL, they will upgrade you to a better jumper because they don't have any 3XLs. Don't know if that's useful to you or not, but there you go. You can get that. There's other stuff you can buy too. It's all lovely. Thank you for that reminder. I actually had a black and white TV and a turn dial in the room growing up, but we did have colour TVs in the front room. I had a black and white TV for like my bedroom TV once, I remember. We still had a black and white TV in the kitchen in the 90s. Wow. Colour TV's only 10 years older than you. Indeed, it is. I know. The press conferences have been so hilarious. It's so cringe. I know. I just hope the boxer wins immediately. I have nothing against Jake Paul wanting to be a boxer. I have everything against Jake Paul getting to fight all these big fights just because he's got an audience. I want him to be very happy. I want him to be very safe. I want him to get in the ring and get his coupon punched, as we would say where I come from. And it to be very obvious that he's messing around at the wrong level. Then, if he then goes away and starts taking proper fights with proper people at his proper level and works his way up, I'd be more than happy to start supporting him. But I don't like the way that the fights in the past have been unable to escape the scripted thing, the whole there's something in this. I don't think that could possibly happen with this one. I mean, never say never. But I just don't think. I think Anthony Joshua still has designs to do things. So if he was to get beat by Jake Paul, or not convincingly smash Jake Paul, that would be him done. And I don't think any payday would be worth it for him. Although he is worth something like £160 million. So maybe he just wants one last payday and enough's enough. Who knows? Don't like AJ, but can he stand Jake Paul? I know. I'm working at 6. I'll have to have a quick power nap and then wake up to watch Jake Paul and get splattered and then go to work. Is there anywhere to stream it for free? I mean, it is on Netflix. So, can you still watch Netflix for free, or do you have to? Can you do your like 1 month sign up with a new account or something like that? Maybe that'll do it. Just watch Die Hard and random disjointed clips on TikTok. I mean, that'll do. Go for it. You should write a fish keepers 'twas the night before Christmas story. All the fishies were dreaming of pellets all snuggled in their tanks. That's not a bad idea. I have been toying with the idea of a children's story, because, you know, all the celebs do children's stories, so it must be easy. That's my thought process is, if all those idiots can do it, it must be easy, so I'll have a go at it. But I'm finding it difficult to find time and motivation at the moment, let's say. Monday's the only special delivery guaranteed for Christmas. I thought that was the case, yeah. Get the jumper for next Christmas if it's too late. There you go, yeah. I'm going for my first fake Christmas this weekend on Sunday, so I'm hoping mine arrives tomorrow. But I got the notification it should be coming tomorrow, so I can wear it to my in-laws' fake Christmas. If you're crafty, you could stick a small set of lights on the inside to jazz it up. Ah, that is a good idea. My current Christmas jumper did have flashing lights, but I washed it with the mechanism in it and borked it. But yeah, you can buy those little things. Just like, yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. I might try that. All the links, including Etsy. Thank you. Thank you. Look after me. The aquarium boxing event, any boxing event seems grim. I mean, there is a little bit of... I don't mind boxing. I quite like boxing. I don't like MMA. It just seems a bit much for me. But I don't mind boxing. I think that's slightly different. It shouldn't even be a contest. Joshua has reach and height and weight. He does. And it's not even close. It's like 7 inches in reach, and height is like 4 or 5 inches. Yeah, and he's a professional boxer, a 2-time world champion. This should not be an issue. We shouldn't have to have the fight to prove that there's no point having the fight. I've been thinking about writing a children's story with my kiddo. Well, yeah, I used to... So, is this oversharing? I don't know. I have kids. So, I have 3 kids. They're all starting to grow up. But when they were little kids, I would go in and we would read books and stuff, as you do when you've got little kids. We'd have story time, but quite often they'd get bored of them, or I'd get bored of them, so we'd just make up stories. And like, my challenge was to try and remember where I was at in the story I was making up as I was speaking for the next evening. And quite often it would be up to the kids to remind me, oh no, remember the big massive salamander with the pink belly that had eaten the whale? And all right, yeah, okay, so what's happening there is tonight, you'll never guess. And I used to make up loads of stories, and I thought it was quite easy, and I enjoyed it. And the kids liked it because they were little kids and they like anything that comes out their dad's mouth. So maybe that's part of it. But I did quite enjoy making up stories, and I always have enjoyed doing that. So that's why I thought, oh, I could just like the adventures of Brian, how he got caught and ended up in a fish tank, and what he could do to save the universe. Stupid things like that. Because you can literally put anything in a kid's book, as long as it's exciting. They'll buy it. As Mandy said, do it Brothers Grimm style, or Brothers Graham style, maybe. Yeah, maybe have a dark side. I don't know. Yeah, you should do it. I mean, if you've been thinking about doing something like that, you should definitely do it. Because I'd been thinking about writing a book for ages. I thought, oh, no. You read a book and go, how hard can this be? I can write words. But to sit down and try and write like a novel or something like that just seems too overfacing. The only reason I got this book, which you can buy from all good Amazons right now, which is full of lots of words, was because it was meant to be a talk. So it was a talk I was asked to give, and I wrote down some notes from it, and I just kept adding to the notes. So when I get too fucked off with the work, I said, nope, not doing that anymore. I'd spend half an hour on it, and it was literally an hour here, half an hour there, 40 minutes here, over, I don't know, a year of just me going, right, if I ever get asked to give this talk again, I'll have to add a wee bit more to it, to the point where I thought, oh, if I was to read this out loud, this would take me 3 hours. And usually the talks are like, we want 20 minutes, half an hour. I was like, oh, right, I've got a bit much here. What can I do with this? And I thought, oh, I'll just format it and it'll become a book. So that was more by accident, and I'm an idiot. So if you've got an idea and a compulsion to do something, do it. The worst that can happen is that it's rubbish and nobody buys it, which is the same amount of sales as you've got right now. So why not? You could conquer the kids' book world. David Walliams has been dropped from the publisher today. Really? Who would be the baddie in the children's book? I'm sure we could find one. So one of the angles I was thinking about was me misunderstanding that Brian was a murderer and making loads of YouTube videos tarring him with a murderer's brush, because for those of you who are fairly new here, Brian used to live in Megatank 1 and kept killing fish. And so I put him into this one on his own. And now that I'm watching him, he's kind of fine. He's leaving all these fish alone. Come on, come say hello, Brian. Yep. He's not tried to kill that Oscar. He only tried to kill the other Oscar. So I thought, well, maybe the story could be that he has been like not like a superhero, but like a protector of the realm type fish when he was in the wild and had to look after all the other fish. And actually, when he was put in Megatank, all those other fish were trying to bully others, and it was him protecting it and me misreading it and then putting him into this tank, and then him having to convey a message to me that he's actually a good guy, and then it all works out in the end, and it turns out he is. Or something. That's what I was thinking about. The Grimtail, all the victims were ground into fish food and sold on a website in the UK called aquariumadventure.co.uk. Yeah, it's weird stuff that goes through my head every now and again. That's essentially where I was going with it. Right, we're at past. Let me share the unknowable eliminator. Nope, wrong button. Try again. This is the eliminate. This is the eliminator. It's another unknowable, but at Christmas. The unknowable at Christmas. Turns out all the fish swimming in the local aquarium run by a very shady character who is actually a wizard. You're on the same wavelength here. Yes, this kind of thing. And I remember sitting on my kids' beds some nights. I'd be absolutely shattered, where I could barely keep my eyes open. Anybody who's got kids will know this. Whether it's one kid, 3 kids, whatever it is, there are times where you're just like, I would find myself asleep, stood up sometimes. I had friends that would come round every now and again, and I'd be like sat in the stairs, just like, you all right? I'm like, oh no, just taking a minute. Oh. But I'd be so tired where I would literally just be saying words, not without thinking about them, and it would be that kind of thing. That it would be like, and then the 3 boys went down to the mine shaft and they found a dragon, but it turned out the dragon was actually a potato, and the potato was a wizard's potato that had been enchanted in a special forest, and all I wanted to do was get back to that forest, but to do that I had to go through this deep dark cave, and the cave was guarded by 3, and you're like, oh, what? Where is this coming from? What? Don't understand where these words, because you're so tired and you don't get to think about it. But I remember like, looking at my kids, especially my younger 2, and they'd be like that. And then what? And I'd be like, oh, and then it got hit by like a cannonball. Where did the cannonball come from? Well, that was the pirate ship. Did I not tell you the pirate ship? Oh, the pirate ship that was actually trapped in the cave for 1,000 years. And they're like, what? How did you get pirates on it? Well, they were all skeletons. They had been enchanted, but you're like, what? So, very, very strange. I have a very strange mind, I think. Brian the Gaslighting Gourami, that could be a good name. Although that's maybe not for a children's book. That's introducing adult themes. I don't know about that. Realtic Fishkeeper has a kid's book out, Rio the Anxious Hermit Crab. It's still above my reading level. Hello, Mal, Aquarium Delirium. To answer your earlier question, I tried TikTok live streaming. It's like 6 people turned up. I did invigilation once and fell asleep standing up. It was so boring. This is my superpower. So for many years, I worked shifts where it would be 1 week days, 1 week back, 1 week nights. And then I went on to continental shift patterns where you'd like 4 days nights, 2 days off, 3 days days, 4 days 12-hour nights, 5 days 6-hour night. It was all over the place. But it made my superpower turn into, right now, if I wanted to, I could go to sleep within a minute tops. I could literally just go, oh, that's it. One of my favourite things to do at the moment is I take my daughter to this like kind of acting, singing, dancing, performing arts thing where it's about an hour away and she's there for 3 hours, so there's no point me coming back, because by the time I get back I'll get like another half an hour and I have to go back in to go and pick her up. So I go out there, drop her off, and I just sit in the car and go and I get 3 hours sleep. It's fantastic. And all the other parents are like, oh, should we go for a drink in the pub? And I'm like, no, I'm going sleep time. No, this is my me time. So it's my superpower that I can fall asleep anywhere. But when I had kids, and I'm sure it was worse for my wife because she, quite frankly, did a lot more than I did. Mine don't produce as much, but the tiredness is just like on a different level. And it's the sort of tiredness where you can't fall asleep almost, or you're not meant to fall asleep. So it would be like every little situation where I was allowed to fall asleep, I would fall asleep. Yeah, it makes me think it's so much the old cliched things of like, oh, dad comes home from work and falls asleep in front of the telly. I'm like, yeah, no wonder. I get it now. That's definitely a thing. Hey, hello, says Mary. Nice to see you, Mary. How are we doing? How do I use my extra life in the Eliminator? I just add it on. So if you're a hero member for the Eliminator and you go out on 9 questions and you're a hero member, you just get an extra life. So you get it added back on. You don't have to say anything. The basics of the heroes, yeah, that's all stories start the same. It's a love story. There's some peril. There's some kind of problem that needs to be overcome. There's a hero starting off. There's an insurmountable issue so they all go the same kind of way. A book about bullying featuring giant gouramis and flower horns could do that. Yes. Is this like In the Night Garden? Do you know what? I love some of those kids shows. In the Night Garden was a tricky one. But loads that I loved, and now I can't even remember the names of. Adventure Time, I quite enjoyed that. There was the one with I'm going to forget all the names of them. Anyway, moving on. We were going to do the Eliminator, and there's 12 of you that are wanting to do the Eliminator. Let me just put the link in chat again. There we go. I tried sleeping during night shifts and I was tired until I tried sleep and nothing. My superpower was knowing how many energy drinks are needed per hour. Yeah, the only time I ever tried energy drinks was when I was just working. Pardon me, normal shifts. It was day shifts that killed me because I was quite young and I didn't want to go to bed because I was better things to do. I could go out to the pub or I could go out with friends, and I had a proper social life and all those things where I wanted to do stuff. And then you had to get up for work at 7 to start at 7 in the morning. You'd be like, oh God, what's that? Why did I stay out until 4 o'clock? Oh. But there's not enough Red Bull in the universe that's going to get you over that. But the worst one was the continental shift patterns where you're doing 12-hour nights or 5 nights. You get 2 days off, then you come back for 12-hour days for 3 days. That was like this is a toughie. But then you get 6 days off, so that's quite good. Anyway, are we about ready for Fort Eliminator? Just get it set up here for you. For those who want to scan the scanny thing, there is the scanny thing. Just going to get one more refreshment and then we will get started. On average, how many baubles are on a Christmas tree, a typical Christmas tree. $30, $12, $220, or $100. We're losing people straight away. There are 30 baubles on the average Christmas tree. So we only have Just Average Dan, Scat, Cool Rambo, Applegal, and Straybo still in. The reason... I forget what... There's a website, I will find it on one of these ones, that gave a bit more explanation to that. There are way more small Christmas trees than large Christmas trees. So if you have like a 5, 6, 7 foot Christmas tree in your house, go and count your baubles. And I bet you don't have that many, because you usually load them up with lights. And then some people don't put any baubles on the trees at all. Right, hang on. There's dissension from the troops. We just happen to have lots of Christmas tree pictures. So this is mine from last year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I've got more than 30. Bad example. Let's look at someone else's. You can't call them baubles. They're acorns. They're pine cones. So that could be 30. Yeah, there's no more than 30 there. There's not 100. And the majority of them are this size, but there are way more smaller ones that set like desktop trees and things like that. I'm trying to justify this. And then there's ones like this that have barely any baubles because it's mostly lights. See, this one's got like 4. That one's maybe got 20. Anyway, I haven't independently verified the bauble data, but you know, just I can understand that could make sense. So that's what we're going with. Baubles are just the ball. Yeah, baubles are the balls. Baubles are these things. Not the lights and decorations, not like the icicles. That's not a bauble. Not like the little snowman thing. That's not a bauble. Yeah, not ornaments. So I have at least 60 ornaments, not just the big glass. But the ornaments are ornaments. They're not baubles. Baubles are a specific ornament. A candy cane does not a bauble make. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Question number 2. Roughly how many million mince pies are eaten in the UK each Christmas? Is it 100 million, 250 million, 750 million, or 50 million? I have cats. I have exactly 0 glass balls. When I had a cat, it refused to come in the living room when we had the Christmas tree up. So it was like 6 weeks. It was like, nope, not going in there. How many million mince pies are eaten in the UK each Christmas? You thought it was 250 million mince pies. The correct answer is 250 million mince pies. There are around 4 million 4 mince pies per person, and most are sold before December even starts. Did you know? Cool Rambo and Scat are our only surviving players so far, except for the people who are hero members and have an extra life. Question number 3. How many Christmas trees are sold in the UK each year? 6 million, 45 million, 19 million, or 88 million? That's wrong. It can't be wrong, because I wrote the quiz, and what I write is right, whether you like it or not. Them's the rules. I knew this one would be controversial. How many Christmas trees are sold in the UK each year? You think... You don't know. You think it's either 6 million, 45 million, or 19 million. It is, according to the data, 6 million. The UK plants 2 new trees for every one cut, making real trees surprisingly sustainable. There you go. Oh no. It definitely is UK rigged, this one, but now it's a game of who can score the most points. So, John, Cool Rambo, Mona Lee, Average Dan, Scat all have 2 correct answers. They're the leaders so far. Everyone else has 1 or none. So you can still win the quiz, even if you don't get the eliminator. Question 4. How many Christmas cards are sent in the UK each year as of 2023? 1 billion, 24 million, 190 million, or 400 million? Pardon me. How many Christmas cards are sent in the UK each year? This is because it was a UK survey that I took all the stats from. So it's very UK biased. I'm sorry, I apologise. How many Christmas cards do we send each year as of 2023? Oh. One person thinks it's 1 billion. 2 think 24 million. 9 think 190. And 1 thinks 400. The answer is 1 billion. The Royal Mail sends around 150 million. The rest are hand delivered. So this is taking into account, like, you know, when you send your kid to school and they take in 60 cards, and then there's 600 kids at that school times 60 times a couple of 100,000 schools, and so that's how you get to 1 billion. So I'm not surprised that I bet you it's a much smaller number now that actually send them. It's even in the last couple of years with the price of stamps going up ridiculously. Question 5. Approximately how many Christmas lights decorate London streets each festive season? $250,000, 1 million, 5 million, or 20 million? Christmas cards are such a waste of trees, and I'm not even a tree hugger. I know. I tried to use that argument to somebody that was trying to sell them like a charity Christmas card thing, and I was like, oh no, this is too environmentally unfriendly. No, these are recycled from plastic bottles. Alright, they're just stupid. I'm not sending Christmas cards. How many lights decorate the London street lights each festive season? 20 million, some people think. It's 1 million. Oxford Street alone has thousands of LED stars, and switching to LEDs cut the energy use by over 50%. I can't help read this comment with a touch of sarcasm. Brilliant quiz. Well done. Good quiz. Sorry, everyone. Question 6. How many Brussels sprouts are sold in the UK during Christmas week? 750 million, 250 million, 2 billion, or 800,000. How many Brussels sprouts are sold in the UK during Christmas week? My ass, 1 billion cards, but only 1 million lights. 1 billion cards for the whole country, 1 million lights for one city. This humiliation over yet. No, not yet. There's a bit more to go. How many Brussels sprouts do we eat? Or do we buy, sorry? Nobody knows anymore. The answer is 750 million Brussels sprouts are sold in the UK during Christmas week. Brussels sprouts are almost exclusively a Christmas food in the UK. Sales plummet in January, and the rest of the year sales account for less than 1% of annual sales. I've just checked, and the UK eats between 800 million to 1 billion mince pies. What did I say? Hang on. I said 250 million. Well, maybe they eat more this year, because this is from 2023, this study. But I refer you to my earlier answer of whatever I say the answer is. Regardless of what the answer actually is. That helps. This quiz deserves the Joker clap from the I was snotted out my nose there. This quiz deserves the Joker clap from the Dark Knight. You mean you're not enjoying it? Ugh. Question 7. How many toikies are eaten in the UK at Christmas? 2 million, 10 million, 20 million, 40 million. How many turkeys are eaten in the UK at Christmas? It'll all be over soon. Don't worry, people. It's not true, Mandy. You mostly think it's 20 million, but it's actually 10 million. Sorry to tell you. Turkey didn't become a Christmas staple until the 20th century. Before that, it was goose. It was the official Christmas bird. I think Graham's just figured out he gets more engagement and commenting if he pisses us off with these questions. I spend a lot of time on this. I'm not trying to upset everybody. I try and come up with a theme. I try and make it coherent. I fail, but I try. It's not good enough sometimes. Question 8. How many calories does Santa Claus theoretically consume on Christmas Eve worldwide? How many calories does Santa Claus theoretically consume on Christmas Eve worldwide? So this one's not UK-centric. Bring back Answer Smash. We can definitely do that. I'll make you a promise. We'll have Answer Smash on the next quiz. I've never had goose either, Lee. I assume it must be not as good as turkey, and turkey's not that great, so... Turkey's only good because you get to lather it in gravy and cranberry sauce. All that good stuff. How many calories does Santa consume on Christmas Eve? 100 billion, going for... That's a big number. The correct answer is 10 billion, which, agreed, is an equally big... Well, it's not an equally big number, but it's also a big number. But it is 10 billion. Assuming one visit per household, a mince pie or biscuit and a glass of something left out just in case, Santa would consume a gut-busting 10 billion calories. Question. Well, before we do the penultimate question, let's look at the rankings. Cool Rambo, Error 404, the mysterious Error 404, and Just Average Dan are in the lead with 4 correct answers. Mona Lee and Elaine are just one behind that. And everyone else has got less than that. Question number 9. How many meters of wrapping paper are used in the UK each Christmas? So a meter is like 3 foot and a bit, if that helps. I'll give you an E for effort. Thank you, Apple Gal. You get 0 mince pies in the US. What is it? Mince pie not a US thing? Really? I thought mince pies were worldwide. Mr. Worldwide. No? How many meters of wrapping paper are used in the UK each Christmas? 227 is the popular answer. And the correct answer. Oh. That's enough paper to wrap around the Earth 5 times, and most of it is used only once. And your final question. How many Christmas jumpers are sold in the UK each year? 12 million, 120,000, 3 million, or 850,000? How many Christmas jumpers are sold in the UK each year? No, that's gross. Santa gets cookies and milk in the US. All right. Do you have mince pies, though? You do know mince pies they don't have mince in them. Mince meat isn't meat in a mince pie. It's one of those confusing things. How many Christmas jumpers are sold in the UK each year? Oh, quite even there. The answer is 12 million. I was surprised by that one. The rise of Christmas Jumper Day has turned what was a once ironic into a multi-million-pound industry. You don't eat mince pies in America. That's more shocking to me than any of the other differences. We're separated by a common language and mince pies. Do you know what a mince pie is, though? This is like your weird gravy thing, where your gravy isn't gravy. Imagine, just thinking of the awkward social situations of inviting an American over for Christmas dinner, saying, would you like a mince pie? And then expecting to get like beef in a pie, and then asking for gravy on their turkey, and being horrified when you poured actual gravy on the turkey and not some kind of white slop. What is a Christmas jumper? That is a Christmas jumper. The idea is, so this is a play on a Christmas jumper, obviously, because it's fish-based, but it's a horrific jumper that you wear on Christmas Day to show that you're fully imbibed with the Christmas spirit and you're getting involved in it. Have I made another faux pas trying to sell my Christmas jumper internationally when people don't do Christmas jumpers? Surely. Christmas jumpers. These are all Christmas jumpers. That any works night out, you might see somebody wearing something like this. No? Oh, Christmas sweaters. Okay, well, that kind of makes sense. Jumper is sweater. I get it. I get it. Mince pies do exist here, but you can go years forgetting they exist. Mind blown. We also don't eat spotted. I don't eat spotted dick either. We like our desserts to send. Exactly. Yeah. If anybody wants to put a dick near my face, I am not interested. Thank you very much. That's all I can say. Americans eat pumpkin pie, which is absolutely awful. I mean, there must be a lot of sugar in pumpkin pie, or it must be awful. I don't know. Yeah, I'm blown away that you don't have mince pies, or that you don't commonly eat mince pie. Do you have turkey for Christmas, or do you have something else? Because isn't turkey more of a... Graham interviews Americans. Now I have a captive audience of some Americans. Do you have... Turkey's a Thanksgiving thing in America? What do you have for Christmas? I'm interested. What other differences can we find? Do you get up on Christmas morning and unwrap your present? So, the UK seems to be divided into weirdos who open one present on Christmas Eve and the rest on Christmas morning, all presents after midnight on Christmas Eve, and none on Christmas morning, or some combination of the two. Proper way to do it is Christmas morning, you open your presents. Some people don't open the presents after Christmas dinner. What's that all about? Christmas ham? Yeah, we have hams as well, but it's very much Turkey Day. We also call it pumpkin pie, but most people use sweet potatoes. That doesn't sound very appetizing either. Sweet potato pie. Maybe. Oh, Mona Lee's an after dinner one. Oh, you weirdo. So, calling his audience idiots, weirdos, what else can we fit into the... I'm sorry. Our sweaters are usually of the knit variety. Not, I mean, that's traditionally how they started over here as well, but when people started the ugly Christmas sweater tradition, they became more of a printed thing. Yeah, that's even worse, Annie. Why would you make dessert with sweet potato? Who won? Oh, good call. Get us back on track. That's what we like. Little face. Who won? Who won indeed? Right, let me show you behind the scenes. Rankings. Just Average Dan won. Just Average Dan is the winner. We got 6 out of 10 questions correct. Cool Rambo was second. Mona Lee, Error 404, Elaine were all in third place with 4 points. Well done, everyone. Thanks for playing and putting up with my perfectly reasonable questions. That's all I can say. We eat turkey and Jig's dinner. Vegetable and puddings boiled with salt meat. That's in Newfoundland. The proper way is open them after Christmas dinner on Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve. That's even weirder. Christmas dinner is Christmas Day. I mean, I have a problem with people having Christmas dinner and calling it Christmas lunch. I have more of a problem with people who call it Christmas lunch but actually eat it at dinner time. Like, what is your fucking problem, mate? So, Christmas dinner, whatever time you eat it at, should at least be on Christmas Day. I don't... Why are we arguing about this? Waiting to have Christmas dinner to open your presents, that just seems mental. Imagine being a kid and told you're not allowed to open your presents until you've finished the 8-course, 5-hour meal you're forced to eat on Christmas Day. That's going to put you off Christmas dinner. Christmas dinner's meant to be the best thing in the world. It's like the king of dinners. The roast dinner is the king of dinners. The Christmas dinner is the king of roast dinners. to be savoured, to be enjoyed, to be have breaks in between for games and playing with the toys that you inevitably got as a gift during Christmas. I'm going to have like a local quiz on Christmas Day saying, do you know what the Americans do at Christmas dinner? Is it A, not know what a mince pie is? B, make pumpkin pies with potatoes? C, other weird shit I haven't found out yet. This is like really eye-opening. Mandy says, we eat turkey for both. Whoa, that's good. It's known for being a Thanksgiving meal, and we open one present on the eve, the rest on the day as early as possible. So in my house, and I know it's different on different houses, but in my house, they get stockings and then they get presents under the tree. The stockings, this is my wife's thing, so I don't know where this came from. The stockings get opened at ridiculous o'clock. So it's like as soon as the first kid wakes up, the whole house is up. And then they all come into our bedroom. We all get into the bed or sit on our bed and they empty out their stockings and they do that. Then they all bugger off back to bed for a bit. And then at like second ridiculous o'clock, whether that's like 7 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock, we get up and we go and sit in the living room and do big presents and open all them. And then that's when the day starts after that. Stocking at the end of the bed, presents after church. I've heard that a few times, yeah. I don't do the church thing, so I prefer turkey cold. I think one of my favourite things about the turkey is having too much turkey and for like 3 or 4 days afterwards trying to make meals out of leftover turkey. It's kind of a turkey curry, turkey fried rice, turkey and black bean sauce. These turkey manwiches, that's my favourite thing, is like a Boxing Day turkey manwiches. It's where you get just like a baguette, some big feck off slabs of turkey breast, some cranberry sauce, maybe some bacon that's left over from the, I say left over from the pigs and blankets as if there's ever any left over, but just in a big feck off baguette, and you're like, argh, this is going to go well with this. Just over 6 inches. Argh. That's like my favourite part of Christmas is the leftovers. Average Dan 1, whoop, whoop, whoop. Adam has straight away said, winner is a strong word. It still counts. You did win. Or, and hear me out, more people are buying their sweaters from Temu and getting the printed sweatshirt version of the sweater in the pic. Well, maybe one day we can sell a few more of them. Dinner is 12 p.m. Supper is 5. Oh, no, that's another. This isn't an American British thing. This is British people will argue about this. If dinner is 12 p.m., when's lunch? That's all I've got to say. I live in Sheffield, and for me, breakfast is at breakfast time, lunch is at lunchtime, and dinner is at dinner time. I moved to Sheffield, and people would make arrangements to meet me at dinner time, and then get upset when I turned up at 5 o'clock. And they'd be like, we've been here for 5 hours. I'm like, why have you done that, you fucking moron? You said dinner time. That's lunchtime. Oh no, that's supper or tea. Tea time. Tea time's when you want to drink tea, which can be any part of the day you want. Dinner is the meal. Lunch is the meal. Breakfast is the meal. I'm not having any of that. But then the same people who will agree with me on that go, yeah, that seems reasonable. Coming for Christmas lunch? Yeah, I'd love to. What time? 6 o'clock. That's dinner then. Come for Christmas dinner? Yeah, what time? 2 o'clock. What? No. Weirdos. Presents in the morning, dinner, nap, Gavin and Stacey. Yeah, you've got to fit in a nap. That's one of the things about growing old now is I'm usually responsible for Christmas dinner, and I don't realise how much I got away with it when I was younger, where you could just sit and play with your toys, watch films and TV, eat sweets, nap. Well, everyone else was away doing Christmas dinner. Now I don't get to nap because I'm the one doing Christmas dinner or serving it at proper time. We eat Christmas dinner at 3. Yeah, loads of people do that, and it drives me crazy. If you're going to use meals for times, you just shouldn't. But if you're going to use them, you should also, like in parenthesis, have the actual time. Are you coming for Christmas dinner? Which in this case is actually going to be at 2 p.m. Fine. All right, I'll let you off with that one time. You get up at Christmas morning and open presents like a normal human. Anything else is abhorrent. Exactly. Steve says dinner's at 12 and no, Steve, get out. Someone ban Steve. What kind of serial killer doesn't open presents on Christmas morning? Indeed. We would open our stockings in our bedroom before. We can't wait anymore to go and get mum and dad. Yeah, that's how ours started. I think that was the idea because my wife used to do that with her family, where they would all have their stockings in their rooms and then they would open the presents there. But our kids always just dragged them into our room to open them with us, so that became our tradition. I guess that's how traditions work. You just start doing something, and you do it a few times, it becomes a tradition. Waiting for the "what's a pig in blanket" comment. Oh God, I didn't even think about that one. Gasmas says, a proper Swedish Christmas is on the 34th at 3 p.m. We watch Disney Christmas and after that eat dinner, then presents. It makes it funnier that you've put the 34th there, but I know you meant the 24th, but it's equally as crazy that it's the 24th, not the 34th. Pigs and blankets are the only decent thing about Christmas dinner. They are a favourite in our house as well. Literally, 2 of my kids would be happy with just a plate of pigs and blankets. The other one would just be happy with a plate of turkey with stuffing. We usually have, and it will probably be the same this year, we have a Christmas Eve meal where we usually have steaks on a Christmas Eve, French onion soup. Sometimes it's Christmas Eve, sometimes Christmas Day. Christmas Day, we'll probably do pancakes and waffles in the morning, and then no lunch at lunchtime because they've had pancakes and waffles, and no doubt loads of sweets and stuff like that. And then we have Christmas dinner at a normal dinner time. Breakfast, dinner, tea. Red cabbage, yeah, my wife's a big fan of the red cabbage and stuffing balls. That came out wrong. You know what I mean? The Japanese go for a KFC on Christmas. I know. I've always been quite jealous of Jewish people because they go out for Chinese Christmas, don't they? Yorkshire puddings, yep. Since I've moved to Yorkshire, Yorkshire puddings have been included in Christmas dinner, yep. Floating on a sea of gravy. And it's not even a debate, quite right. Right. God, we've gone 15 minutes over time just talking about Christmas dinners and the time it should be eaten at properly. That's a bit mental. If I don't see you before you have your Christmas dinner at whatever day and time that you have it, pre or post presents, I hope you have a fantastic Christmas and that everyone gets what they want and more importantly has a nice time, because I know Christmas can be a lot of stress for a lot of people because you're spending it with family that you've gone to great lengths to move away from in many cases, but sometimes you can have quite fun. So I'm looking forward to two and a half Christmases, I guess. So we're having fake Christmas this weekend on Sunday. Then actual Christmas is just going to be us lot, but I think my mother-in-law is coming for actual Christmas. And then my mum and dad are coming down just after that. So we're going to have 2 and a bit Christmases, which should all be good. And I can't wait to just have a break. I'm going to try and keep up the videos coming and keep the live streams in. So until further notice, there will be another live stream this time next week. But, you know, have a break, have a Kit Kat, enjoy your downtime. I hope you get some downtime, because a lot of people don't. And if nothing else, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all those good things. Watch some videos, buy some stuff. I wrote a book. See you soon. Bye.